So, I'm. My name's Kevin Goodman. I live in the UK. I have been playing the guitar for God knows how many years, since I was about 7, I think, but on and off, and never really with intent to damage. Had some. Oh, it doesn't matter. But basically, I've been writing songs for a long time, but never really, other than one sort of band that I played in when I was at college, have really had any outlet for any of the tunes that I write. So I've been wrestling with this idea of trying to record the process of doing it and how exactly to do that. And I'm still not 100% sure, but I've got a lot of songs. I have played a lot of them in sort of either in a duo with a friend of mine called James Carey, whose Facebook page I'll put in the link to here, but and then singularly at like open mics and stuff like that. But I've never really done them, a lot of them, in any kind of band situation. What I have been doing recently is sort of collecting equipment, like over the years, and I knew now I'm at a point where I can. The wonders of today's technology, essentially build these songs into band piece of material. So my intention is to essentially record an album, and record the process of recording that album as I go along. It's a learning curve for me. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working out as I go along, and so I'm making a lot of mistakes, I'm sure, but it is something that I just fundamentally love doing, and figured I might as well record it and put it out there. So the purpose of today is essentially I'm going to start with, I've gone through this process a few times, so I'm halfway down the road with maybe a couple of songs that might be on the album. So this current one is called Decreedance. This is the third song that I'm going to start working on. The intention of today is to essentially record this as if I would do it in a open mic, or indeed as a two-piece, as I have done. So there are some links on my channel to a video of this song already, myself and James doing it at a farmhouse in Hampshire about 6 months ago or so, with a bit more. James has got a loop pedal which he's playing around with, so it's got a bit of percussion, and obviously a second guitar player and a bit of vocal. So this is more of a stripped back version of that, and then what I'll do is once I've got this as a kind of a guide on here, the next episode will essentially be me starting the recording process. So, and the first steps of that recording process will essentially be me recreating this, but doing the vocal and guitar separately. So the setup I've got at the moment is I'm just going into a Focusrite interface into my computer, and then but for the recording itself I've got a bit more of a setup, and I'll go through that when I do the recording. So hopefully this works out all right. I'm not the greatest live performer. I'm not very practiced at it. I tend to make a lot of mistakes. So but I'm gonna, like I say, put this down just to be a stripped back version. The words and the structure are pretty much complete, although that may change somewhat in terms of dynamics once we start adding in more and more instruments. But this has been a complete song for a while, so it should have all of the elements that essentially stay the same. That's about all I'm going to say at this point. So I hope you enjoy this. I'd like to keep doing it. So anyone who happens to watch this and likes it, please subscribe and do all of that stuff. And yeah, Decreedance. You have something to say, I'd love to hold you to it. My loyalty's mixed, I'm sure you dart around it. Just pull on these strings, I seen this puppet dancing. I'm down on my ass and I am free of chances. Got something to help you with, I know that you can do it. Just come the fuck on and get it done, son. Still got something to talk about, I'd love to hear it. No mistake in a move when you're about to bring it. You graciously hit all of those things that I adhere to. I got skin in this game, so I'll agree that I've got something to help you with. I know that you can do it, just come the fuck on and get it done, son. So here's the payoff that I suspected I'll be promised. A gilded statement, a little substance. It's clear you'll walk away as far as you can do, and we'll keep taking the punches and keep walking into whatever we help you with. I know that you can do it, just come the fuck on and get it done, son. Right, that was Decreedance.